What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we have a lot to cover in this video. Our Hyundai Accent is finally ready to get picked up after being broken for months, and our Maserati is due for a major service.
So our Maserati is due for its 4-year, 50,000 mile service. Now typically at a dealer this would cost right about $1,700, give or take, depending on the location, and we're gonna do it for a lot cheaper. Alright, now the first thing we're going to be doing is draining the oil and getting the oil filter, which is conveniently located right in a very hard to get location, but on top.
So that's always how it is. They never make it easy.
And I have a feeling oil is just going to spill everywhere, because why not? Years of hitting curbs and whatnot.
15 years?
Not 15 years. Since 2015, hitting curbs and whatnot. And the piedra resistance.
So now that we got the Maserati service done, the next thing on our to-do list is to go pick up the Hyundai, which has been sitting in front of our house for like 3 months now.
Good boy.
So some of you may remember that we've had our 2009 Hyundai Accent sitting in front of our house since literally June. I think that it started having issues, or had its issue, like a couple of weeks after HP quit his job over the summer. And because of the fact that we've been so backlogged with tons of work, we haven't had a chance to fix it. So finally we delegated the task out to HP's friend. Now, to be honest, I don't know what was wrong with the Hyundai. What was wrong with it?
So after some pretty extensive diagnostic, it turns out the timing belt decided to not keep in time anymore, and it frayed all the ribs on it, and it simply was just spinning around. But we got super lucky because it didn't bend any hard metal pieces in the engine, no valves were bent, so we got off super easy with just a timing belt kit and a cylinder head refurbished. Nice car.
Lamborghini, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Exotic green.
Exotic booger. Yeah, exotic green.
So the car drives exceptionally well. I mean, this is the first time that I'm driving this car since probably realistically the beginning of June, because I didn't drive it after it was damaged because it wasn't drivable, and then it's been over at our friends for the last couple of weeks. But I am so happy with how this drives. It feels like new. It feels better than it did before. This is a big win, and I am pumped to get this car back on the road. But the bad news is it's not quite ready yet. There are still some things that we need to get done.
So after picking up the car from my friend Negida, who did the work on the car, he informed me that the battery did not pass his battery test and it needed to be replaced. So we stopped at the auto port store and we got one in. So now that we got the battery changed, on to our next errand with this car.
And this is the next stop and the final stop of the night, the Hyundai Service Center, to get a recall fixed on the Hyundai Accent. How'd it drive?
Like a brand new car.
Brand new 12-year-old car, but basically brand new. Bye Hyundai, see you in a couple days. Nico's sad to see it go. So now let's get to one of the most important aspects of this video, and that is the price breakdown of how much both of these pieces of maintenance / repairs cost us. So the Maserati needed to have its service done, which included
oil change, both engine air filters, one engine oil filter, and one cabin air filter.
And how much did that cost?
Right about $161 worth of parts.
And how much would that have cost at Maserati?
Like $1,700.
So in your opinion, was it like, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult was the Maserati? Because I know that you've worked on Mercedes, you've worked on a lot of other like normal cars, but how did the Maserati compare?
Maserati was fairly easy. Of course, they never make it easy to do any of these routine maintenances, but honestly, it was definitely maybe $100 service in my opinion.
800 or 100?
100.
100?
It didn't take that much effort at all.
It took probably in total, we're getting a little dark, let's turn on the light. It took maybe in total, I would say 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't terribly difficult, little time consuming getting some of those panels underneath and getting that oil filter out, but other than that, it's not $1,700 worth.
It's crazy. So that was a huge win for HP to be able to get that done. And then as for the Hyundai came out for a grand total for the engine work was $997. It did also need a new battery as well, which was $140. We got that from O'Reilly's. So we're like right at $1,137. So $1,137 for the Hyundai. Now I'm so mad at myself for taking so long to get this car fixed. We really should have hired a mechanic or hired HP's friend Negida earlier, but way before it had been sitting for months on end. But I'm just glad to have this finished, have the car done, and have it getting back on the Turo platform. Now it's getting a recall addressed at Hyundai, and then it will have to have its inspections for Texas state inspection as well as the Turo inspection. But once that's done, then it will be back on the Turo platform.
And it can finally start making us some money again. But
Boom.
Guys, as always, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next episode.